Okay, an introduction to nets. Sylvia purchased a 12-pack of soda packages in a cardboard box shaped like a rectangular prism. In order to recycle the box, she cuts along the edges and flattens it into a two-dimensional shape. Sketch what you think this would look like as a two-dimensional shape. So if she took this apart and laid it flat, what would it look like? Pause the video and draw that out. Now, you know that I am not an artist, but if I were going to draw this, I know that it has, this would be what the bottom looks like. And these would be these the ends here. And it would have 1, 2, 3 other parts. 1, 2, 3. So it'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different faces. That's what I think it looks like. Okay, a net is a two-dimensional composite figure. When folded, a net creates a three-dimensional figure. So this is what it would look like here as a two-dimensional figure, and this is what it looks like as a three-dimensional figure. So if we look at the nets below, so this is a shape that is folded flat, so it is a net. So it says, use the nets to determine which 3D figure would result from folding it, and then shade the bases of the object. Go ahead and see if you can make an attempt to answer these. You don't have to necessarily color the bases, but see if you can name them. So pause the video, see if you can write the names in these boxes of what shapes they are. All right, you should have names of the figures written in the box. They are 3D figures that are laid flat as nets. Number 1 is a cube. Number 2 is a rectangular prism. Should I write that different? Number 3 is a triangular prism. Number 4, a triangular pyramid. And number 5, a square pyramid. Number 6, a rectangular pyramid. So I know that the prisms should have 2 bases and the pyramids only have 1. So if I'm going to shade the bases of my cube would be this one and this one when folded. The rectangular prism faces would be this and this. So think about it when it's folded. These would be the bases. Triangular prism, you know it's going to be these triangles because that's how we got the name triangle. Triangular pyramid, this is kind of hard when it's flat, but this would be your base. Square pyramid. So if I folded these all together, these would be connect to make the vertex at the top. This would be the vertex of this one. And a rectangular pyramid, this is going to be your base. And these 4 points would come together to make your vertex at the top. All right, so if I look at number 7, use the measurements for the 3-dimensional figures to label the dimensions on the corresponding nets. answer the questions below. Okay, so this one you may have to go back to the others to find what your bases are if you want. However, by looking at this, I can tell that what shape is this? All of the faces are square because they're 7 by 7 by 7. So this shape would be a cube. So all of those lines are going to be the same. They're all going to be 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. All of them, 7 feet. All of those sides are 7 feet. If I look at number 8, they give me 10, 2, and 6. So I can tell that these short lines are my 2s. They're going to be 2 foot. The 6 foot are going to be this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then the 10 foot would be here, 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 and I missed a couple of the 6 foot ones. This would be 6 foot, and this would be 6 foot. And you kind of have to think about how you're going to fold this up to make sure those are correct. Okay, so 7A says sketch a net with 6 squares that would not result in a cube. That if you folded it up, it would not be a cube. Pause the video and do that. Give 2 examples of when a net might be useful in real life. When might you use a net? Pause the video and answer those questions. You may use a net for the amount of wrapping paper needed to cover a box, maybe for the amount of paint needed to paint a 3D figure. I'm interested to see what your ideas are. Number 9. Rico is asked to shade the bases on the net and he shades the rectangles. Explain why the rectangles are not the base in this figure. First of all, if I look at this figure, what is it? This would be a base and this would be a base. So what is it? It is a triangular prism. So if he were to shade the bases, he would need to shade these triangles because these are going to name your shape. Delilah says that a pyramid is unique because it has one base. Do you agree or disagree? This is the base. And if I folded these points up, that's going to make the vertex. So does this actually have one base? Yes, I agree. Because a pyramid only has one base and the other is a vertex where the points come together. Okay. Stop the video and see if you can answer the questions on the next page. Good luck.